you know, it's probably time to let go. It's probably time to let go of that burden, that pain, that trauma, that thing that I won't believe what they did to you, right? You won't believe what they did to me. How can I ever forgive them? Look, y'all, it's time to let that go. If you want to live in a higher vibratorial place in your life, it's to number one thing to ever do is realize what forgiveness is. And forgiveness means to give something a new meaning. You start looking at the reason on why it happened, the benefit that you gained out of it. It's like, what did I learn from this? What lesson came from this? And realizing that people are always acting at the highest level of consciousness that they're at is why they're doing the things that they're doing. Like, that's really the only reason why. And that means that whatever they've done to you that's bad doesn't make it right. Just because that's the best they knew how to act. It's like a child, like they don't know better, right? So it doesn't mean that what they have done is right. What it means is it makes it easier to forgive. Because healthy people that are good and kind and caring and nurturing, they don't make it their objective to hurt people. Sometimes maybe it comes off unexpectedly or unintentionally. Sometimes that does happen. Good people, though, don't have this need to act out of, to hurt someone else's life or manipulate them. So, and sometimes people have been put through such a tough environment in their life situation that that's how they learn to manipulate their environment and treat others in order to get their needs met. In order to get the love that they deserve, the love that they deserve. And typically, if you're someone that's an empath, you'll tend to probably attract people who are narcissists because what do we have in common here? Empaths are people who like to give, and give, and narcissistic people like to take. They like to manipulate their environment and get their needs met, while empaths, who are always tuning into other people, caring about other people, which I used to be a people-pleasing empath before I started learning how to protect my energy, and it is time to learn how to protect your energy and forgive, because what narcissistic people taught me was how to set boundaries, how to say, I feel this way, I feel X when you do this, and this is what I want you to do. This is the change I want. Can you do that? Yes or no? And then if it happens again, hey, I reinforce it. Remember this time we talked about this boundary I set with you when I asked you, is this something that you can stop, one of your behaviors? Great. All right, sounds good. Sounds like you're going to, because sometimes people forget, right? So we reinforce it. Reinforce it one more time after that if you're generous enough. Hey, we did talk about this twice now. Are you sure this is something that you can change about yourself? To make our lives easier? Do you really want to be this type of person so that way we can have this adjustment within our relationship, romantic or non-romantic? And they say, yeah, I'm really trying. All right, great. We'll do it one more time. Next time, I know you're not sorry because now it's becoming a choice. You have awareness on this. See, so when you're setting boundaries with people, and this is the method I learned, is I feel this way when you do this behavior, and this is what I want. It's call to action, 3-step process. I feel this. When you do this, you put the responsibility on them, and this is what I want to happen. Okay, and if it's there, it's like, then it's time, hey, we got to let go if it's not working. We did our best. It's okay. So, again, I've dated, actually one of my exes was a very covert narcissist, and because I had to do a lot of healing through it, it's what I realized. I actually was cleaning out some of my stuff the other day, and I found this calendar thing I used to have. And this was during that, 2020 time, during this, we're all locked in. And, like, she would write me these things, like to-do lists, and then grade me at the end of the day. She would give me a grade. And me being loving and caring and trying to be the best boyfriend I could be, I would just be like, oh, yes, please. And I had suffered from worthiness wounds and my own validation and approval. Like, I would be like, oh, did I get an A today? Like, I didn't say it like that. But, in my mind was like, am I worthy? Am I worthy? Did I do a good job today? Did I please you today? It was never enough. I kept giving and giving and giving. This person burned me to the ground. And I was burnt out. Except, you know what? And they not treat me well. They also got physically abusive with me at one point. And they've thrown my phone. They've thrown remotes. Like, when they get upset, and like, I was going through an abusive relationship, and it wasn't good. Except I still stayed trying to do my best, and I fell into this, like, when am I going to be worthy enough? When are you going to finally feel loved and cared for? And my point is like, even though I was cooked, scrambled, boiled, poached, I still try to be sunny side up and loving. And even through after all this, I forgave because it taught me how to set boundaries. It taught me how to protect my energy, know how to say no, know when something is toxic and unhealthy. And she had experienced so much trauma in her life. She became the product of her environment and the things that she experienced. Except how she chose to show up and manipulate and do things was a choice on her. And that's what I'm saying. It doesn't make anything they did right. Dad used to abuse me too. Doesn't mean anything he's ever, doesn't make any of this stuff right. But people are acting from the highest level of consciousness. And once you realize that, it's like they're doing their best to the best of their ability from what they know. Are they making consistent habits to change and be better? Are they even aware of these things? Or are people too afraid to express their boundaries and tell them, hey, you are doing this behavior. I don't like it. Sometimes we forget to give people the opportunity to shift because it was always this like manipulative stuff with her. And then I would always be thinking she's going to leave me or something. And then all my worthiness was, worthiness wound was kicking in. And it was this constant like push and pull. And it's like, it was so non-consistent and non-healthy for me. Except, during that time, things were funny. I was afraid, like, where am I going to move? What am I going to do? Like, I was in fear. And instead of setting boundaries and trusting that I can find another place and figure things out, I stayed in an unhealthy relationship. Except I forgave it. I let go and I'm not holding on to it. So it's important to understand to let go and realize and look at the benefits of stuff, because that's what's going to help you excel to who you're really meant to be. And you can't keep like hoarding all your thoughts and memories in the past. It already happened. It's not fun to look there. It only brings those feelings from the past here into the present moment, and you're attracting more of that, of what you're feeling. Because you're going to start looking at all negative people. All men and women suck. Like dating people sucks. What if she's a narcissist? What if they're a narcissist? What if you give them a chance? like you're wondering why you're single, but it's like, what if you give them a shot? And it's always the people that you unexpectedly, you don't expect to actually like be the right person for you, because you're normally attracted to that toxicity. In a healthy relationship, you might actually try to avoid because it doesn't feel normal, because it's unknown. So you got to let go and you got to fuck around and find out. And you got to date people, except remember, you've learned lessons. You're stronger now. You can let go of the past pain and you can benefit from where you are. So I challenge you. Look at your past pains and the things that are constantly coming up and find, what did I learn from this? How can I use this to my benefit now in the present moment and let it go? And how can I use it in my relationships with other people now? How can I evolve my communication? I challenge you to look at those things. It's a challenge for you to evolve and grow. So have an alchemizing day. Namaste. And please just let go. All right, peace out.